What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we're gonna go over 7 wrestlers who their fans have turned their back on. But before we get on the video, if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Alright, so there's this weird trend right now going on where fans are literally just turning their back on their wrestler that they've been cheering as soon as they get the push. So let me give you an example. Bailey, as soon as she gets a push, they boo her and they hate her. I don't understand why people are doing this. Like, don't you want to see them be successful? Isn't that the whole reason why you were cheering them in the first place? Anyways, let's go over the 7 wrestlers. Number 7, Seth Rollins. Alright, so when Seth Rollins was a heel, everybody liked him. The fans were like, push him as a face, push him as a face. Then once he turns to a face, everyone starts booing him and they hate him and they're like, he's one of the worst booked person ever. He's one of the most boring guys ever. But yes, I understand that the booking hasn't been great for him, but that doesn't mean you have to turn your back on Rollins completely and say he's boring, you hate him, he's so bad as a face, turn him back heel. Like, you guys have to give it a try. You gotta invest in it. Yes, I know it's not the greatest gimmick for him right now. I know he's kind of like just shuffling around, but that's no reason to just turn your back on him. Like, think about it in sports. If you have a basketball team that you like, and then you don't like them anymore and you like a new team, that's just bandwagoning, and that's not a real OG fan. That's just an example I'm using. I feel like it works in this situation, but you gotta stick through it, even in the hard times, the good times, whatever the case may be. You gotta be a Seth Rollins fan if you're a Seth Rollins fan. You know what I mean? Number 6, Dean Ambrose. So when Dean Ambrose was a part of the Shield, everybody loved him. Everybody thought he was gonna be the next breakout star, and fans liked him. When he separated, fans were kind of turning their back on him very slowly, and even when he won the WWE title, people hated him as champion. Yeah, no, it wasn't the greatest championship run. I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say, yes, it was one of the best things ever. No, it wasn't. But it was by far not the worst thing ever. No one gave it a chance. Like, people completely turned on him as soon as he cashed in the Money in the Bank. As soon as he grabbed the brass knuckles, people were booing him. Like, I don't understand that. Dean Ambrose is good in the ring. I kind of like his promo skills. Yes, sometimes it's corny and cheesy, but you know, that's Dean Ambrose for you. Number 5, The New Day. Alright, so guys, The New Day are something kind of weird. So when they first formed, we all know they were faces and people didn't like it at all. People booed them before even giving them a chance, like this entire list. But then when they turned heel, people were like, yeah, it's lit, I like this, oh my god. Then once they turned face again, people were starting to boo them again because they were calling them overrated, their promos were getting old. Personally, I think they're hilarious. If you guys watch them on Good Mythical Morning, that shows you how creative and funny they can be if they don't have like all the scripts they have to follow. These guys are hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, it was one of the funniest YouTube videos I've seen, and I think they just need to be pushed in the right direction, give them more freedom, and they could be something special. Personally, I don't want them to be tag team champions because I think that the Usos are doing a phenomenal job, but that's no reason to say why they should break up. Honestly, they work so well together. Like, I just can't see them broken up because I feel like they wouldn't be as successful as they are right now, especially in the merchandise sales. Number 4, Enzo, Amore, and Big Cass. So when these guys were down in NXT, everybody loved them. They were great at. When they made their debut on the main roster, they were still pretty great. A lot of people liked them, but slowly, very slowly, people started to turn on these guys, mostly Enzo Amore. Like, they were completely destroying him. They were saying he's a horrible wrestler. Why is he even in the WWE? They should never win the tag team championships. Like, how'd that happen? What kind of transition was that? From getting loved to just completely hated on for no apparent reason. Obviously, they're improving slowly. You can't expect someone to be great at something when they just started. Enzo Amore is new to this all-professional wrestling thing. Big Cass, on the other hand, is pretty much liked from a lot of people, but them as a tag team, people didn't want to see them as tag team champions. Number 3, Bailey. Alright, so when Bailey made her debut on the main roster, everybody was excited to see Bailey because she was so successful and great down in NXT. And then what happens? The bookers completely ruin her, and the writers just make her look like one of the most baby wrestlers of all time. Like, she couldn't even grab a kendo stick, but she fought an Iron Woman match in like NXT. It makes no sense to me. Anyways, so what do the fans do? Instead of standing by Bailey, instead of giving Bailey the support she needs in order to become better, they turn on her. They go on Twitter. They boo her on Raw. They dislike her videos on YouTube. Like, all this is too extreme. Like, you guys need to calm down. Stop turning your back on her. That's not a real fan. If you guys turn your back on people, then you're not a real fan of someone. That's just what I think. Also, Bailey went on a podcast explaining how she thinks this is all her fault, how she thinks she's the reason for failing on the main roster, and how she really is upset at reading all those tweets because they get in her head. Hopefully, the fans stop booing her as much because it's just upsetting to me, and hopefully the writers can book her better and make her look stronger instead of a big baby. Number 2, Finn Balor. What the hell happened to Finn Balor? When making his debut last year in August, and going for the Universal title and actually winning it all in 1 month, People turned on him right there and then. People were like, why is he winning the title? He's overrated. He's not that good. You can't be on Raw. First of all, Finn Balor, when he was on NXT, he held the title for 2 years or something like that. He went all over Japan. He was a great wrestler. He has the charisma. The fans loved him. I don't know what happened anymore. And they started calling him overrated. Then when he made his return, people just completely stopped liking him. And now all you see on Twitter is Finn Balor, whatever the hell you guys are saying, which to me makes no sense. How is he boring? It's not his fault. He literally has to read lines of horrible lines that these writers are writing. It's like he can't do anything else about it. Honestly, seeing all this hate from everybody is just upsetting, especially for Finn Balor, because he is one of the greats. And when he was first signed, people were so excited, and now they're not excited and they want him to leave. Like, I don't get it, man. And number 1, Roman Reigns. A lot of you guys are probably like, what the hell are you talking about, Valen? What are you saying? Roman Reigns was never liked. Technically speaking, Roman Reigns was originally liked when he was on the Shield. People loved him towards the end of that run. Whenever he did the spear, everyone was hyped. And then once he had his singles run, people just started hating him, but it is understandable because he was really shoved down our throats. And honestly, he just had to be on this list because he is one of the most polarizing characters in the WWE. Let's be real, a lot of people like him, a lot of people dislike him. Roman Reigns does sell the most merchandise, so some people do have to like him. I'm curious, do you guys think that he's ever going to be successful as a face? Personally, I don't know. If Vince McMahon somehow turns him heel, gives him a badass heel run, then I think he could have a successful run as a face. But is Vince McMahon willing to do that? Is he willing to actually change it up and do something that people actually want to see? Who knows? Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Pllana, and I'll see you all later.